Speaking of going down with the ship, remember that movie Titanic? In the movie, there was a businessman that convinced the captain of the Titanic to go faster so that he can make a splash when they get there early. Against his better judgment, he did it. Why? Because that businessman fed his ego. We're going so fast they didn't have enough time to maneuver around the iceberg. As a result, over 1,500 people died and the ship sunk to the bottom of the ocean. He made a splash all right, made the history books all right, not in the way that he thought he would. So in this case, let's assign roles. Let's say the Republican Party is the captain of the Titanic. Our current felon-in-chief is the businessman. The businessman is convincing the captain he knows what's best for the ship, though he has no experience actually sailing the ship. He knows better than the actual captain. The captain is so power hungry, needs to feed his ego, he goes along with the businessman, signing off on all the firings, mass deportations, canceling DEI, canceling women's rights, leveling Gaza, treating our allies as enemies, plunging us into debt, hiring a bunch of unqualified people to take on key roles in government. All of those requests are the iceberg in this story. Because the captain, which is the Republican Party, so quick to sign off on everything and agree to everything the businessman is requesting, you're not seeing the big iceberg ahead. In this story, the Titanic, the ship, is the American people. Our captain, the Republican Party at this point, is letting the businessman with no experience sailing a ship tell him what to do. And following him, he smashes the ship, the American people, into the iceberg. Now we're all drowning. Meanwhile, the businessman, with his rich business friends, the only lifeboats off the Titanic, they paddle their way to safety while watching the rest of us drown and freeze to death. For the promise of power. Get it now? So blinded by power and ego, following a man with no experience, the promise of power. This businessman has a history of destroying everything that he touches. Just so you know, Republicans, the captain went down with the Titanic. In essence, you let the party die. Took the rest of us with you.